Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to AFL Tips. So, in round 22, I got 8 out of 9. In round 23, I got 9 out of 9. No, sorry, my bad. In round 21, I got 8 out of 9. In round 22, I got 9 out of 9. In round 23, 6. Obviously, you see it on the screen right now, but I wanted to explain because the last 2 weeks were pretty damn good for me anyway. Like, I got 8, I got what? Round 21, I got 9. What did I get in 22 then? Oh, 22, I got 6. Oh. So did I get 8 in this one? The one I got wrong in round 20 was this game. That was the insane comeback from St Kilda in the last quarter. Then I got 9 out of 9 the following week. Okay, I got the rounds wrong. Okay, so I didn't do that well in round 22. And in round 23, I got the same as round 22, so not too great. To be fair, I know risks are there to be taken, and that's why I took this risk. They lost by 2 points, and they almost could have won at the end, but obviously they're quite incompetent on the ball, Essendon. they drop a lot, they give away possession a lot. They make it harder for themselves to win. I get the quality isn't there, and I get they got players out as well, but the way they play is so sloppy. It's just like, even if you're not as good as your opposition, at least learn to hold the ball for a few seconds, you know? At least learn to, dispose it when you need to dispose it. They made so many errors in this game, They could have won. Despite all their errors, despite looking so slippery and sloppy, they only lost by 2 points. So, fair enough to them. They had a kick right at the end as well. Not a set shot, but it was just a kick. And he kicked it behind. And it would have been crazy if he got the goal there, but it is what it is, okay? But not the worst tip, I guess, considering they lost by 2 points. Tips Brisbane. Basically, my reasoning last week was it depends if they turn up or not. Because I think both teams, in terms of quality and how they play, Brisbane are a better team. And I said this last week, they are a better team. Are they going to turn up is the real question. Which one turns up? Is it the one that smashed Geelong away? Or the one that drew with North Melbourne? Which Brisbane turns up? For me, it was a question of that. For me, it wasn't about whether Freo are good or not. It was more about which Brisbane turns up. And the right one turned up, clearly. Gold Coast v Giants. I tipped Gold Coast because I thought Gold Coast might win this game. Giants obviously had a bit of a blip last few weeks, and that massive loss to the Bulldogs. I thought to myself, Gold Coast can take him. I was wrong. So fair enough. The Giants are also a bit flip-floppy like some teams, like the Lions as well, but not as good, I guess. But the Giants win some really big games, and they lose other games where they really should win, or at least do better in. So they're one of those teams. So Gold Coast, actually. Gold Coast are like that as well, in fairness. They're good at gene in them. And then we got this nice little streak of correct results. Tipped Carlton, got it right. Tipped Hawthorn, got it right. Tipped Adelaide, got it right, only just. Tipped North Melbourne, got that right. Obviously tipped the Western Bulldogs, got that easily right. The Sydney game, just like with Essendon, I thought, let's take a risk. You know what's funny? I tipped Geelong basically the whole video. I changed this tip last minute, just last second, because I thought, hey, Sydney at home, it's towards the end of the season. Maybe they might do something for their fans. Maybe they might upset Geelong, because they've caused some problems to some teams this season, some decent teams. So I thought, maybe they can upset Geelong, because Geelong have had a few blips last few weeks of the season. So I thought, oh, maybe, nah. It was not worth the risk. So I took a couple risks, and neither was worth it. And I should have tipped Giants as well. That should have been the risk. It's because I think it would have been a risk at the start of the game. Yeah, not too great. With one round left, we should really check the comp. I am 21st. I got 138 tips. Christopher's 149. He's going to be very hard to beat. Like what? Surely he just has to play, really. Obviously 4 points, there's 9 games in a round, but he's got to get 5 wrong. So I don't think he's getting 5 wrong with the form he's on. I'm not sure about that one. I think we might have a winner. We might have a winner. Who's at the bottom then? Carlo, and Carlo. Somehow Carlo has 2 points more than Carlo and Carlo. Mask Begimi, what are you doing down here? What's going on? What's going on, Mask? What's happening here? It's a bit too much, mate. Darcy S. Look at this fancy guy. Look at him. Everyone's got like the title name, the name underneath. You got the, I guess the team name. I don't know what the difference is, but I think it's your actual name below, right? Your actual name is below, and then you got this. Look at this fancy guy, Darcy S. He's just got his name like that. How's he done that then? What's going on? It's like when a rich person enters a working class street. I don't know what I'm saying, but you get the point. Like, why is he the only one with this writing? What's you know, when you go to like an area where there's people, there's a population on a street, and there's one rich house. Everyone else living a normal life. They're working class. They're just, you know, they go to work, they come home, they have their families, whatever. And then there's this one house in the entire street where clearly this person's richer than everyone else. Everyone else has got a Toyota or you know, or whatever other regular car people drive. And then there's just a Ferrari down the street. Someone's got a Ferrari parked right in their driveway. This is what this is. This is what Darcy is. He's the one rich person in this entire list. Who is he paid to get this edited? What's going on? What's going on here? This is privilege right here. The privilege of being rich and having money. That's what this feels like, because it feels fancy. It feels like you got an upgrade on text. Why is everyone else got to be like this, but then you just get that? Why does everyone else have to have a title? Like, we need to all be like Darcy. Like, that's something else. Okay, this is about tipping. Why are we talking about this? All right, Essendon Carlton. The battle of the frauds. As if this is the Thursday game. My days. I'm going to tip Carlton because after last week, I'm just not tipping Essendon again this season, which is just one game. But after the St Kilda game, I put faith in you against St Kilda. I'm not doing it again. It'd be funny if they win now, but Carlton by 4. I don't think it'd be that a big margin. Carlton by 17. Pies will beat these. I don't want them to, but I think they will. It would be funny if they dropped out the top 4. But they got to lose for that, and I just don't see it. Port Adelaide, Gold Coast. Gold Coast have a choking gene in them, and they're currently 9th. Obviously, if they beat Essendon, they could still be in the 8 anyway. So it makes me think. I'm going to take a risk. I swear down. I don't know why I put faith in some underdogs sometimes. Gold Coast should win. But I'm just thinking about Port Adelaide's home advantage and Ken Hinckley's last game. There could be something there. There could be some motivation. They almost beat Freo. Yeah, I'm sticking with it. Gonna stick with it. Adelaide will smash North. Adelaide minor premiers. Well done to them. Fair play. Geelong will smash Tigers. Geelong second place. Well done to them. Fair play. MCG final for them. I'm going to stick to my guns. Okay? It's been a while since any team has just got one win the entire season. So I am thinking maybe West Coast get a second win. That's really terrible logic, but what else do I go off? It's a bit boring to tip Sydney in that game. It's not like I need to get 9 out of 9 to win the comp. I'm not even in the top 10 in the comp. So I don't win anything if I get 9 out of 9. So is there a point in me just tipping all favourites? No. And in such a meaningless game like this, like, what does Sydney gain if they... Like, what do they gain? They're not moving anywhere. Look, they're going to stay 10th regardless. West Coast will stay 18th regardless. This game doesn't matter, all right? I'm tipping West Coast, all right? And if West Coast lose, it didn't matter, okay? If they win, then it mattered because I'm a genius. Gino is supposed to say Kilda. Giants, I think, will beat Saints. I wouldn't rule the Saints out. I think the Saints can win. I think they're capable of winning that game. It's just that there's the incentive of the Giants being in the finals. If they lose, I think they'll be fine if they lose, but you never know. You know, you never really know. But I think their percentage advantage on Freo is good enough anyways. I think, because if Freo win, they're still above the Bulldogs anyway. It's Bulldogs v Freo. If Bulldogs win, I think they'll still be above Freo. Unless they lose by like a huge margin compared to Freo, but that's not happening. And Gold Coast winning twice. No, but Gold Coast can finish above them, but Freo and Western Bulldogs, they can't both finish above Giants, so they won't drop out. But they will want to solidify a home final, right? They want to be fifth or fourth. Fifth. I mean, they'd want to be fourth, obviously, but they probably won't because I think the Magpies will beat Melbourne. But the point is, they want to I can't even speak. They will have motivation, okay? Because for them, there's a possibility. And obviously, they're playing after Collingwood, so then they'll know by then, to be fair. But, you know, they're going to be... It's taken me a while to explain this. They want to solidify a home final, is what I'm saying, all right? If they win, they'll finish 5th or 6th. They could finish 4th. It's unlikely, but it's possible. But if they win, 5th or 6th... Actually, could they finish 4th? They need the Magpies to lose. They'll need the Magpies to lose. Either way, 5th. They can get 5th. They can get 5th, okay? The Saints, where are they going? I don't know what the percentage is to Carlton, but they're not going up, are they? So, yeah, Giants to win. Bulldogs to beat Freo. I'm going to go for that. Obviously, most people have anyway. I know it's still 6 days till the game, but I think that's a fair prediction. Freo are known to choke towards the end of the season. Obviously, against Brisbane, they were awful. If they play like that again, especially away at Marvel, they're going to be in trouble. The Western Bulldogs have hit 95 plus points in 17 games this season, which is insane when you consider it's only been 23 rounds and there's bye rounds as well. They've been insane in terms of scoring. They score a lot of points. Fremantle miss a lot of shots. That feels like a recipe for disaster for Fremantle. So... good luck to them. But I can't see Fremantle winning this. It's up to them to prove us wrong. It's up to them to show they're not frauds. It's all on them. But they put themselves in this position. So it is what it is. Brisbane to beat my Hawks, unfortunately. I want the Hawks to win. Obviously, I'm a Hawks fan. But I can't see us winning away at the Gabba. I just can't see it. Brisbane, obviously, still a chance of top 2, but a very small chance. They would need Geelong to lose to Richmond. Plus, they will know by then, and I think Geelong will beat Richmond. I think Geelong will easily beat Richmond, so they're going to know they can't be top 2. But, well, do they want to go to the Adelaide Oval or MCG? Where do they want to go? Because obviously Collingwood would overtake them if they beat Melbourne, so they would still need to solidify their place as well. And obviously, they can still drop. They can still drop. If the Giants win, they go above Brisbane temporarily. If Fremantle win as well, they can go above Brisbane. Brisbane, I'm pretty sure, could finish 8th. Wait, can they finish 8th? No, they can't. They can't finish 8th. But no, they can. No, they can't. No, sorry. So I'm just. They can still finish 6th, I think. They can still finish 7th. They can finish 7th. Yeah, they can finish 7th. So there's still that. They don't want to drop down. Obviously, if we beat them, then we'll leapfrog them as well. So that's another thing to think about. It would be amazing if we could beat Brisbane, but I don't know. Because I would love a double chance, just in case. Yeah, I think Brisbane have enough motivation. I think even if Geelong win, they still need to stay top 4. I don't think it's less about like who they'd rather play and more about just being in the top 4. So Brisbane to win. I think even without any stakes, Brisbane I think will beat us. I think at the Gabba they're just too much for us, especially this season. Gold Coast v Essendon. Gold Coast, easiest tip the entire. Yeah, the easiest tip the entire time. They will surely beat Essendon. So that means that Western Bulldogs 3 will be the decider. The loser finishes 9th, which will be bloody insane. There's a very strong finals, you know. Could have a team with 15 wins missing out and finishing 9th, which is just absolutely insane to think about, really. Absolutely insane to think about. A really strong finals lineup, eh? It's so close because when you think about it, right? Look, there's only 6 points between Gold Coast and Brisbane. 3rd and 9th, there's 6 points. Brisbane's draw against North Melbourne has actually helped them a lot. It's actually helped them a lot. It's given them a bit of an extra cushion against the teams right at the bottom. But that's insane. Like literally, the difference between 9th and top 4 is a win. That's the difference between 9th and top 4. That's crazy. That's it. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. And then they get this big gap between 9th and 10th. And then 10th just in no man's land. And then 11th is there. And then you got this little group over here. And then these three are just battling out for who's the worst apart from West Coast. Then you got West Coast just all by themselves, just miserable, just wanting the season to end. So yeah, these tips, I think it's mostly favourites anyway, by taking a couple risks. Port Adelaide and West Coast. I wonder who's going to get a 10 out of 10. There's going to be some sort of sweat that will get 10 out of 10, I swear. It's going to happen. I'm not going to get 10 out of 10, there's no way. Do you think this will get a 10? Nah, West Coast are going to lose, aren't they? It's fine. I'm sticking with it. Damn, there's 139 people left in the gauntlet. Can you even check like who's left in it? You can't. Just check your own. I want to see who's left in it. That's pretty cool. Anyway, this is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and goodbye.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it